It's Tuesday. I didn't pick up the camera yesterday. It was an extremely busy filled day and I just needed an extra day. I needed an extra day. The weekend was insane. It was so crazy. So I had Luna in until Wednesday and I also had Freddie. The two dogs got on fine. They had a little sniff, a little bit of a play fight, had a little bit of a snap at each other like dogs do. And then they pretty much just stayed on separate sofas. Brilliant. And then I had a dog that I've had several times. It was the first dog I had, which was Atom. She messaged me Saturday morning in a bit of a panic going, I really need someone to have Atom. Is there any chance you could have him? And I was like, I've already got two dogs in. And she's like, okay, do you know anybody else? Because I am desperate. And I thought, no, I couldn't do it. So I said, yeah, it's fine. I'll deal with three dogs. Not a problem. I'll deal with three dogs. Anyway, so I took three dogs in. Freddie and Luna, fine. Luna and Atom loved each other, lots of playing, lots of fun. Freddie and Atom hated the sight of each other, so we had to keep the dogs apart. One was in the kitchen, one was in the front room. Then I would swap them, and then I would let one out the back, then I would let the other out the back, and it was just insane. On top of that, I had to call in reinforcements with my mum so she could come and help. I then took Atom with me over the park while my son had a little game of football with some friends. And then I brought Atom back. I picked up Luna and I took Luna to my dad's because I had to go and get the suitcase for the cruise. Then I brought Luna back. And then my ex-husband picked up my son to go and buy a new pair of glasses for him. So he's already got a pair of glasses, but because he's going away, he wanted to buy another pair of glasses so that if we lost one, we got a spare one. Yeah, no problem. Absolutely fine. Didn't ask me for no money. So I thought, well, I bought the first pair. He'll buy the second pair. No problem. The pair for me cost £15. When he bought them, they were nearly £40. And then he gave me the receipt. And I'm like, why am I being given the receipt? You didn't ask for no money. So I'm a bit confused now. Anyway, I just put this receipt on the side and left it. Didn't say anything else. Then he brought him back. And then my brother and his two daughters turned up. So we had three dogs, three kids, three adults in the house. It was mayhem. On top of that, I was trying on clothes that I got for the cruise, which I made a mess in my room. So I had to tidy that up. Then I had to go and walk each dog individually. So that was a bit crazy. And then Freddie's owners got back a little bit early and asked if they could have Freddie back. So took Freddie back home on Saturday night, which then left just Atom and Luna. Still had to keep them apart because they just wouldn't stop playing. And that was Saturday. And then Sunday, my mum gave my little boy some money. So he had to go out to Smith's and buy the new Powerball from the Wingrove family, which is a YouTube channel, which my son watches all the time. And I'm sure if you've got any football fans in your house, I'm sure you know of that channel. So we went and bought that ball. And then we just stayed in on Sunday and I was trying to catch up. So yes, therefore, I can't pick up the camera because I've got yet again another busy day. I had to go and walk a dog called George who does nothing but pull on the lead. So I was trying to train him to not pull. Just while we went to the park, as we walked to the park, I was training him, let him off, ran around ragged, wore himself out, and I trained him not to pull on the way back. So I had him yesterday. Then I had to go and do my dog Bear. Then I've still got Luna to drop my son off at his dad's. Then we had to go to the Young Minds Matter that my son has been doing to help with his emotional regulation, and he got discharged from that, which was great. So again, it was just another busy day and I was just mentally exhausted. I recorded a video as well, which it was up last Wednesday, of the clothes I got for the Disney cruise. So I'll link that in the description and in the card so you can go and see that. I was just mentally done in. I was asleep by 9:15. I woke up, saw I had a message, quickly sent a heart and then went back to sleep. I was so tired. And then today, Tuesday, I've already done George, I've walked Luna, I've recorded a 5 months till Christmas video. And then I've got to go and do bear in a bit, but I've just seen the black clouds coming over and I've got washing out. So I'm going to run down and get that out. Just feels like it's not stopping, you know. Summer holidays, I've got 2 days without my son and I've been like rushing around ragged trying to get everything done and not getting everything done. On top of that, I've got a few financial worries going on at the moment, trying to figure out more ways to make more money without having to leave my son behind with anybody, because he has a problem with that and it can affect him and it can affect me. So I'm trying to work all of that out right now, but it will all work out. It will all work out. It's just what I'm doing right now, I have to do more of, because I can work from home, so I have to do more of it. And I don't tell people what I do for a living, because it's not important. It's not important at all. But I do love doing a YouTube. I do love doing the dogs. I just need to find a little bit more side hustle money to just help out with a few things, you know. And then I do have a question for all my Butlins friends. If you've been to Butlins, help me out with this. Okay. I've got Butlins booked for February, just a long weekend. But I'm thinking I might cancel it and put an extended holiday later in the year for like a week, like Monday to Friday or something. So I'm thinking of doing that instead. So I don't know if I'm going to do a big holiday with my son next year. So do I just extend the Butlins holiday and then take him for a few little day trips out? Or do I keep the weekend one in February and then see if I can just do lots of day trips with him in the summer? I'm not sure. Advice would be helpful. It would be helpful. But other than that, it's a bit of a flatter week. Nothing exciting happening. My son's back from his dad's tomorrow afternoon. I've got him tomorrow afternoon, Thursday, Friday, and he goes back to his dad's Saturday, Sunday. I've got him Monday, then he goes to Spain next Tuesday through to Tuesday. So I'm going to find that a little bit tough, but it's you know, he deserves a holiday with his dad and his dad deserves a holiday with him. So I just got to suck it up and deal with it, really, haven't I? So anyway, I'm going to try and get the washing in before it rains. I'm going to edit the video I've just done. I'm going to go and do bear, and then I'm going to try and work all afternoon. I do have a meet and greet. I was supposed to have a meet and greet on Sunday, but she cancelled it. So I'm meant to be meeting her over the park at 1 o'clock, 1:15. So I've got to go do bear, come back, eat lunch, then go and do that, then come back and then work for the rest of the day. But that weather's not looking good. So I'm going to get my washing in and I'll speak to you later. It's Wednesday and I look like crap. I'm really tired. I haven't been sleeping. I haven't been eating properly. I'm just so overwhelmed with how much I have to do. And being a summer holidays now as well, obviously I've got a kid to throw into the mix too. My son is going away next week with his dad, and I think that I'm starting to have the anxiety over that. My son usually is away for like 3 or 4 days, maybe sometimes 5 days without me. But I know that he's in the UK. He's either around the corner from where I live, or he's going to be in Wolverhampton with his family. Not very often does my ex take him off on day trips. Does now and again, but not very often. But this is going to be in a different country. It's 7 days without seeing him. We're going to have 2 video calls in that 7 days for me to talk to him. And I just find that quite tough to deal with. I get a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, just as a general mum, just worrying about their kid. And I think that's why I'm not sleeping. I seem to be in and out of the house a lot at the moment. I just seem to be getting up, having breakfast, doing everything I need to do, go out and walk a dog, come back, do some more work or sort out my child, and then we go and do another dog. And then today we went to see my dad and his wife because they had the GoPro for me. And I needed it back to practice for the Disney cruise. So I had to go meet them to go and get that. But they were in Costa and said they took it with them. So we went and had a Costa. Didn't get back from there till 20 to 3. Hadn't eaten lunch, so just had rice cakes and some rice crackers. And now I've just packed my son's bag for swimming, because I've got to take him swimming tonight. Because it's usually his dad takes him, but I've got him, so I got to take him. But he's outside playing with the kids, so in 10 minutes I've got to go and try and drag him away from them, and then go and take him swimming, then get him dinner, and usually has a McDonald's, so I'm going to get a McDonald's tonight, and then come back. Then I've got to do some more cleaning because I haven't finished off my cleaning jobs, and it just feels like there's not enough time. Does anybody feel like that? There's just not enough time in the day. You're trying to stretch yourself, and I feel like I'm stretching myself a bit too thin. My eyes are getting black. I'm very tired, and I'm really emotional today. I don't know why. I just can't stop crying. Like, I'll watch a reunion video on TikTok and I'm breaking my heart and I'm bawling my eyes out. It's like, what's this about? Like, I'm usually hard and cold and don't cry very much, but every little thing is setting me off today. And on top of that, I'm feeling fat and bloated, water retention everywhere, and I just feel crap. So I'm guessing, now I've said it, it's probably my bloody hormones playing up with me again, isn't it? I need to get my diet back on track. I'm not doing very well with it. I'm barely eating, or I'm eating junk. And even though I'm barely eating or eating junk, I feel like I'm putting weight on, because probably I'm malnourished. So I need to get back on track with that today. So I don't know what I've got for dinner, because I didn't get anything out of the freezer, and I've got nothing in till I go shopping tomorrow. So yeah, I think I've got a can of tuna in the cupboard with some rice cakes, and I haven't got any cucumber, but I've got carrots. So I think that's going to have to do me tonight. And then I'm going to have to really sit down and work out my diet, because I think that is taking its toll on me a little bit, and I don't want to go backwards. I want to go forwards. I want to get a nice, fit, toned, healthy 40-plus-year-old woman's body, and right now that's not working for me. And I'm sure there are plenty of mums that feel the same and probably feel like they look like shit, just like I do right now, with these big black eyes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some more makeup on to cover those bad boys up before I go swimming. Luckily I don't have to get in the pool, he can do it himself, so that's fine. It's a lesson, so I'm not needed, but I've just got to sit on the side in hot swimming pool when I just don't feel like doing that, and I've got 1,000,001 things I need to do at home. But the kid needs to learn to swim because it's a life skill, so we are going swimming. I've got near enough everything I need for the cruise. There's just like 3 or 4 things I need to buy. I'm going to buy them this evening, and then I've got everything, and I can get everything out while my son's in Spain, and I can just pile it all up, and I can actually start packing, which there'll be a video of that coming up soon. I'm going to go and chop some makeup on this face and not make it look so old and so gross. And then I take my son swimming. But yeah, I just need to get a few good night's sleeps, get my diet back into normal. I'm still exercising really well, but I could probably push myself further, and I'm not pushing myself. I just need to do all the general stuff, you know, healthy eating, exercising, getting your 10,000 steps in, taking care of myself. Really, I'm not taking care of myself, and it's a reminder. Sometimes me jumping on here and chatting to you reminds me that I need to take more care of myself, because I'm important. So I know that sounds really vain, but I am important. I'm important to my son, and if I'm not doing great, he can't do great, because I can't be the best for him. So it's important that I take care of myself, and I'm going to do that right now. So put some makeup on, quickly get changed, take him to swimming. I've got to leave in 10 minutes. I've got to go and drag him away from his friends. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow, hopefully not looking like shit. It's Thursday and I'm feeling better than I did yesterday. The suitcase is out for the Disney cruise, because the day I'm filming this, there are 25 days left to go. So I've got the suitcase. It's actually my dad's and his wife's suitcase, because I don't have one. And this cruise has cost me enough. So I just said, can I borrow a suitcase, please? So they gave me a large suitcase, and then they've also given me a smaller suitcase to take on as hand luggage. I don't really want to be having a rucksack on my back or having a shoulder bag and everything else and trying to enjoy things. So I thought if I had a little wheelie suitcase I could take with me, it's just going to be easier, isn't it? And as soon as we're allowed in the room, then we will just dump it in there. Now, last Saturday I did check in, and I checked it in at 12 o'clock. 12 till 12:15 is when we are being able to board. So I think you can go anytime after 12 o'clock. But we are going up the night before with my dad and his wife to stay over. And a lot of people said, oh, you don't need to. But a lot of people said it's wise to, just in case there's roadworks, there's traffic. You don't want to be stuck, really. And the 12 o'clock time to get on the ship, I don't think is too bad. I think they start boarding at 10:30. So if actually getting on at 12, I thought was really, really good. And it still gives us 3 or 4 hours before the muster drill, where we can go and explore the ship. So it's kind of like an open house, so I can go into all the kids areas with my son and I can check all those places out with him. We can go and get some lunch, we can go for a sit down meal, or we could go to the buffet. He could go in the pool if he wants to, but I said that we're not going to do that because I feel that to go into the pool, if you have been on several Disney cruises, it's fine because you've seen it all before. But if you are first timers, I'm like, no, I want to go and explore the ship. I want to like get my bearings, see the surroundings, know where we're going for the muster drill, know where our room's going to be, enjoy the open house and all these different areas. And just enjoy the magic of it rather than try and get him in and out of swimwear. And we've still got a few extra days after that, so we can then go in the swimming area and the aqueduct. The aqueduct's the only thing I want to do. That's it. That's what I want to do. Do the aqueduct once or twice and I'm done. My kid will go swimming. The pools don't look very deep, to be fair. And he can swim, so he doesn't need me, but I'll obviously be by the side watching him constantly anyway. We've been watching a lot of TikTok videos on the Disney cruise and getting him more and more excited. He's obviously got his holiday in Spain first with his dad, comes back for a week and a half, and then we're off to Southampton for our cruise. So yeah, I'm feeling better. I don't know what was wrong with me, just feeling very tired, very drained. A lot going on over the summer holiday, and with my son going to Spain, I do get a little bit anxious with him. I don't feel as bad as I did last year, but I don't think I'm thinking about it really at the moment. I feel like I've got till Monday night when I drop him off, and then I think I'm going to find it a bit tough. But a friend of mine knows that he's going and has asked if I want to go for a walk with the dogs, because I've got a dog in called Bellatrix, so I might go with them for a walk because they split up with their partner as well. So just go and put the world to rights for a couple of hours, and then I can just get on with things. He wants me to build a car out of a cardboard box. He wants me to build his Lego Arsenal bus, and I've got a pack for the cruise. I've got videos to record, so it's not like I'm going to be sat here pining and an anxious, worried mess. I am going to be busy getting on with things and doing what's necessary. But yeah, I think we all have those days, don't we? Where some days are really good and some days you plod along and some days just life kind of gets to you. And I think yesterday life just got to me a little bit, but I'm feeling better today. I'm still really tired. As you can see, the black bags under my eyes. I did put an eye thing on last night. I'm going to do it again tonight, sorry. And then we'll just go from there. And then I've had a couple of emails from Temu, because I ordered some stuff from Temu or Temu. Is it Temu or Temu? Everyone says it different. It's like Primark and Primark, isn't it? Just like a few things that I've ordered to take on the cruise. They're little tiny things that my son can play with on the cruise ship. Like if we're queuing up to go meet Mickey Mouse, it's a long queue. I've got things to keep him occupied and keep him busy. My lovely dad bought me a pair of shoes, bless him. My lovely dad, he's 67. And he bought me a pair of shoes from Next. See if I can find them. Look. I said I didn't want to wear heels, but I had nothing really to wear with my dresses. So he bought me those ones from Next. I thought, oh, my dad's such a love. He bought my son a jacket and then he bought me those shoes. So, yeah. I didn't ask him to. I was just talking to his wife and she was saying, do you have everything? I said, I just need a pair of shoes. I've got sandals, I've got some loafers, but I just needed a pair of shoes to wear for the evening dresses. I didn't really want to wear heels walking around a ship and getting sore feet and stuff. I just wanted some flat shoes, so he got me those. So yeah, I've got such a lovely dad, such a lovely dad. Anyway, my son is playing football with my mum in the garden while I just come up here and do this vlog and get on with some work. It's martial arts night tonight. It is on a Thursday, but luckily his martial arts is you can come any time that week. I pay for one session a week, but I don't have to go on a certain day. I can go to any of the sessions for his age group throughout the week. So he couldn't go on Tuesday because he's with his dad. So I'm taking him tonight, and I sat through about 5 a.m. this morning, going through the calendar, seeing when he's got to go swimming and when he's got to go to martial arts with all the holidays and stuff and day trips he's got going on. But yeah, the joys of mum is always organising something, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to get on with some more work and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. It's Friday. It's 6:20 in the evening and I'm only only just starting work. It has been such a day. It's been an absolute day. So let's start from the beginning. Went and walked George. Last day walking George. I was only walking him for a week, and then the regular pet walker, dog walker, is back. So it was only a week. So my last walk with George. And then we went to my aunt's house to see her two dogs, two French bulldogs, Mabel and Gert. No idea why they're called that. And then on the way there, a bird mucked on my car. So I hit the screen wiper, and then the windscreen wiper broke. So drove to Halfords, get a new windscreen wiper and got it fitted. And they said, would you like to have a free car check? I was like, yeah, why not? You know, just check everything's ticking over, everything's doing good. And my car is doing great, good battery, lights are great, oil's great, need a bit of cooling fluid in it apparently, but other than that, great. So no problem there. Checked my tyres, and apparently the tyres are, after 5 years of the date on the tyre, you're supposed to get them changed. My tyres are 218, 219, so way over the date. One of them has a slow puncture, one of them has a bulge in it, something to do with the inner tube, I don't quite know. So they booked me in for the garage for tomorrow morning, but I don't know what time. And I've got things to do, people. I'm a busy girl. So I'm busy tomorrow, so I couldn't do it. So I've got it there. I rang my dad and I told my dad, and he goes, you're not going to help us. They're way too expensive. Call Neil. Neil's my cousin. So I called Neil and he said he's rushed off his feet, but take the car there tonight. He's going to have a little play with it tonight and then finish it off tomorrow morning so that I can have my car back by lunchtime so I can go and do all the things that I need to go and do. So I've just been rushing around sorting all that out. But after we left Halfords, I needed to go and do Bear. And then after we'd done Bear, I needed to go grocery shopping. Then I needed to record that video and edit that video. Then sort all this out with my car. And then the dog came. I got a pug called Nelly in. And now, like, I'm just finished editing the video and getting that uploaded onto YouTube to come out tomorrow, which you've already seen if you're a subscriber. It come out Saturday morning rather than Friday night, because Friday night was the 5 months till Christmas video. I will link all of them in the description. So now it's 6:20. I've eaten dinner. I've not done as many steps as I want to. And I've still got another at least 2 or 3 hours to go. So my son's just playing football out the back with my mum, so he's happy doing that while I finish off doing a few bits here. And then he's going to come up here, we're going to put a movie on, but I'm going to work and watch the movie at the same time. It's not really what I wanted to do, because I've only got today and then I've got Monday with my son before he goes off to Spain, and I'm really not looking forward to him going. I want him to go, I want to have a great time, not worry about anything, but as a mum I'm just feeling the anxiety and the worry of him going. And I really wanted to spend a couple of days just being with him. Monday, we have nothing on but Bear. So I'm going to take him bowling, I think, or to Mr. Mulligan's golf. We're going to do that Monday morning. And then we're going to go and do Bear. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to play football with him out in the garden. And then he's got martial arts and I take him to his dad. So, yeah, it's just been a day. It's just been one of those days where my list of things to do is like 30 to 50 things that I had to get done today, and I've done about 20 of them, so now I'm just finishing off. So it's going to be a very late night to get it done, but it's necessary for me to do it so that I can have a bit of free time on Monday to be with him. So anyway, that is my week. It hasn't been a great week. I felt a bit up, a bit down, tired. As you can see, these eyes are just terrible. It's been very busy. For the very first week of the summer holidays has been manic. But next week is a new week. My son is not here. I'm going to catch up with everything that I haven't done while he's been here. I'm going to go to the outlet. There's a new outlet in my area, designer outlet, with my dad's wife for a coffee. And I'm going to go for a walk in the forest with a friend and their dog as well. So I've got a few things to do, a bit of me time, but really I'm going to be working very late nights, very early mornings to get as much work as possible done. So when my son comes back, I can be present with him. That's the plan. Whether or not that works is a whole different story, but that's the plan. Luckily, just go back to my car, I didn't have to pay all that money for my cam belt last week, which means now I can pay for my tyres. They're budget tyres, they're £350 for all 4 tyres, which I don't think is too bad. But thankfully, I have 2 mechanics in my family, one on my dad's side, one on my mum's side, so I'm always good with my car. So I'm going to end the vlog here. Get on with the work so I can be with my son, and I will definitely take you with me next week and the things that I personally do without my son around me, which I'm going to feel gutted, but let's just see how the week goes. If you liked today's video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button so you never miss another video from me. I hope whenever you're watching this, you're having a good morning, good day, or good evening, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.